Welcome to Pinnacle Online Coaching Classes. In this video lecture, we shall talk about the Communal Award. We have already seen the first roundtable conference which was boycotted by the Congress and nobody from the Congress attended that conference. Then finally there was a Gandhi-Irwin Pact and the civil disobedience movement which was going on in India was suspended so that Gandhiji could attend the second roundtable conference. And the second roundtable conference, it came to a deadlock situation on the question of separate electorates being given to the depressed classes. So in this lecture, we shall finally talk about the Communal Award. And here, before I begin this lecture, I would like to start by reading this quotation of Dr. Ambedkar, and this will tell you, this will give you quite a good hint as to what is this lecture going to be all about. He says, ours is a battle not for wealth nor for power, ours is a battle for freedom, for reclamation of human personality. The way that Dalits have been treated for so far, it was highly degrading to them. So our struggle is basically for the treatment of the untouchables with dignity, and that is the reason that he was demanding separate electorates for them. So first and foremost, let us begin with what exactly is the Communal Award. It was announced by the British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald on 16th August 1932. And this Communal Award, it granted separate electorates in British India for lower caste, Muslims, Buddhists, Sikhs, Indo-Christians, Anglo-Indians, Europeans and the untouchables. The untouchables who were now known as Dalits. So the Communal Award, it gave separate electorates to the untouchables. It was another expression of British policy of divide and rule. Dr. Ambedkar had gone for the first roundtable conference, for the second roundtable conference, and he even goes for the third roundtable conference. And in the very first conference when he had gone, he had demanded separate electorates for the untouchables, for the Dalits. And these separate electorates were granted by Ramsay MacDonald on 16th August 1932. The Muslims, the Sikhs, the Christians, they had already been recognized as minorities. The Muslims had been given separate electorate in 1909. Then the Sikhs, the Christians, Anglo-Indians, etc. had also been given. And now the Communal Award, it declared the depressed classes also as minorities and they were given separate electorates. But Gandhiji, along with many other leaders in India, he strongly opposed the separate electorates being given to the depressed classes. He strongly criticized it. There was severe criticism of the award from Mahatma Gandhi and from the Akali Dal. The Akali Dal had its own reasons for opposing the Communal Award and the separate electorates being given to the depressed classes, and Gandhiji had his own reasons. Now let us take a look as to why did Gandhiji oppose it. The Akali Dal, it was the representative body of the Sikhs, and they were critical of the Communal Award because only 19% reservation was given to the Sikhs in Punjab and 51% reservation was there for Muslims and 30% for the Hindus. So this less reservation being given to the Sikhs, this was the reason why the Akali Dal criticized it. Now let us take a look at the stand of the Congress on the issue of Communal Award. Congress opposed the separate electorates being given, and the Congress was not in favor of changing the Communal Award without the consent of the minorities. Definitely the Congress felt that the separate electorates should not be given to the depressed classes, but at the same time it did not want to make any changes in the Communal Award without the consent of the minorities and the consent of the depressed classes. So, while still disagreeing with the Communal Award, the Congress decided neither did it accept it nor did it reject it. And efforts were made, effort to separate the depressed classes from the rest of the Hindus by treating them as a separate political entity was opposed by all nationalists, especially Gandhiji. He said that we do realize that the untouchables have not been treated with dignity and respect. but that does not mean that we give them separate electorates. The problem is of untouchability. The entire Indian society should be educated, and we should try to do away with untouchability rather than treating the depressed classes as a separate entity within the Hindus and granting them separate electorates. So a lot of nationalists who thought about the unity of India and who understood that this was another tactics of the British to divide and rule, this opposed it strongly, and they thought that instead work should be done to abolish untouchability. Now we just saw the response of the Congress, that the Congress was against it, but at the same time, whatever action it wanted to take with the consent of the minorities. Now let us take a look at Gandhiji's response. And Gandhiji took the communal award as a direct attack on the unity and nationalism of India. He said very clearly that now efforts were being made by the Britishers to even divide the Hindus into different groups. And he said that it was harmful to both Hinduism and to the depressed classes, since it did not provide any answer to the socially degraded position. Now what was the demand of Dr. Ambedkar? Dr. Ambedkar very clearly stated in the roundtable conference first and the second one that the untouchables had been treated very badly and their position was highly degraded in the society. They had no economic rights, they had no social status. Did the separate electorates, did the communal award sort out all these kind of problems? No, it did not. So Gandhiji said very clearly that the problem of untouchability still remained for the depressed classes. So rather than giving them a separate electorates, instead work should be done for abolition of untouchability. Work should be done to upgrade their status. Work should be done to make the untouchables equivalent to the other sections of the society. They should be educated, they should be socially upgraded. Instead, separate electorates have been given which will not sort out the problems of the depressed classes. And Gandhiji also felt that once the depressed classes were treated as a separate political entity, he argued that the question of abolishing untouchability, it would never ever be raised in the future, and forever these depressed classes would stay along with untouchability, for they would remain untouchables forever, because once they were treated as a separate entity in the Hinduism, it would be very difficult to bring them back again into the folds of Hinduism. Once if they would be separated and segregated, the question of untouchability would prove to become a very, very difficult question in the future. The separate electorates would ensure that the untouchables remained untouchables forever. So Gandhiji said what was required was not protection of the so-called interest of the depressed classes, but what was the need of the hour? The need of the hour was eradication of untouchability. The rest of the Hindu society, which looked down upon the untouchables, they should be educated. They should develop a sense of brotherhood for the untouchables and try to uplift them. So this is what Gandhiji demanded. Gandhiji demanded that the depressed classes be elected through joint electorates. If at all any kind of reservation has to be given to them, it should be joint electorates, and if possible a wider electorate through universal franchise. All the members of the other community should vote for them, and while expressing no objection to the demand for larger number of reserved seats. So Gandhiji said that instead of giving them separate electorates, joint electorates should be given to them and the seats reserved for them should be increased. This is what Gandhiji wanted for the untouchables. And Gandhiji, to press on for his demands, he went on an indefinite fast at Yerwada Central Jail. As I already told you in one of my previous lectures, that when Gandhiji returned to India after his second roundtable conference, he immediately wanted to resume the civil disobedience movement. But before he could do anything really constructive, he was arrested, because the Britishers, now they had learned their lesson. They would not allow Gandhiji to build up tempo for any kind of a movement. So when all this was going on, when communal award was announced, Gandhiji was at Yerwada Central Jail and he goes on an indefinite fast. This Yerwada Jail, Central Yerwada Jail, it's in Pune, and Gandhiji goes on an indefinite fast on 20th September 1932, and he strongly opposes separate electorates being given to the depressed classes. and then leaders of various parties, MC Raja, Madan Mohan Malviya, etc., they all get together and now they want that there should be some kind of an understanding between Gandhiji and Dr. Ambedkar, because Dr. Ambedkar was quite firm that he wanted separate electorates for the people of his community, the depressed classes, and Gandhiji was very firm that no, instead we have to work to remove untouchability. We have to work for the betterment of the depressed classes. So now all these leaders, MC Raja, Madan Mohan Malviya and other prominent leaders, they will all get working and they will want some kind of a compromise to come up between Gandhiji and Dr. Ambedkar. The Muslims, the Sikhs, the Christians, they had already been recognized as minorities. The Muslims had been given separate electorate in 1909. Then the Sikhs, the Christians, Anglo-Indians, etc. had also been given. And now the communal award, it declared the depressed classes also as minorities and they were given separate electorates. But Gandhiji, along with many other leaders in India, he strongly opposed the separate electorates being given to the depressed classes. He strongly criticized it. There was severe criticism of the award from Mahatma Gandhi and from the Akali Dal. The Akali Dal had its own reasons for opposing the communal award and the separate electorates being given to the depressed classes, and Gandhiji had his own reasons. Now let us take a look as to why did Gandhiji oppose it. The Akali Dal, it was the representative body of the Sikhs. The Pune Pact. Now, Pune Pact, it is an agreement between Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Bhimrao Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. It was signed on 24th September 1932 and it was signed at Yerwada Jail. And Yerwada Jail, it's in Pune, so that is the reason it is known as Pune Pact. The Pune Pact was accepted by the government as an amendment to the communal award. The communal award had granted separate electorates, but at the same time, if you remember, during the second roundtable conference, Ramsay MacDonald, who was the Prime Minister then, had said that if Gandhiji and Dr. Ambedkar, they come to a compromise, then he was ready to grant whatever they asked for. So finally, they will make amendments in this communal award and forward it to the British government, and British government will accept that. Let us look at the provisions of the Pune Pact. The provisions of the Pune Pact. First and foremost, the separate electorates for the depressed classes were abandoned. First point, as Gandhiji had said that he had no objections to seats being increased under the joint electorates, reserved seats being increased for the depressed classes. Finally, they were increased. The seats reserved for the depressed classes were increased from 71 to 147. So they become more than double in the provincial legislatures, and 18% of the total was reserved in the central legislature. And now instead elections to seats were to be held by joint electorates. Let us even understand here what exactly is a joint electorate. In a joint electorate, the election to these seats was to be held by a joint electorate. This means all the members of the depressed classes, suppose we are granting joint electorates to the depressed classes, then what is to be done? Firstly, all the members of the depressed classes who are registered in the general electoral roll in a constituency, they would form an electoral college. Electoral college are people who would vote, okay? They would form an electoral college, and this electoral college would then elect a panel of 4 candidates. And these 4 candidates would belong to the depressed classes of the reserved seats by the method of a single vote. This is what is to be done. And the 4 members getting the highest number of votes in such a primary election would be candidates for each such reserved seat by the general electorate. This is what was to be done. And after that, the third roundtable conference is also held, as Simon Commission had recommended that in total 3 roundtable conferences are to be held. We saw what happened in the first one. Congress did not go because the civil disobedience movement was going on in India, and 89 delegates from India had attended that. Then the second one was held where the situation came to a deadlock situation, because Gandhiji opposed the separate electorates being given to the depressed classes. Then finally the third roundtable conference. This was the third and the last session, which assembled on 17th November 1932. and only 46 people attended it, because at that time most of the political figures were not present in India, and the Labour Party from Britain and the Indian National Congress also did not attend it. And finally, whatever proposals were considered in the 3 roundtable conferences, all of them came out in the form of Government of India Act 1935. So now the Government of India Act 1935 will come, and this Government of India Act 1935, after that the most important thing will be elections will be held as per the Government of India Act 1935. We shall do that in a separate lecture, the Government of India Act 1935. So with that we come to the end of this lecture, which was all about the Communal Award and the Pune Pact. I wish you all the very best.